I've created thousands of ad creatives for over 35 enterprise level brands. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what most DTC brands get wrong about ad creatives and how to fix these mistakes. Now, this isn't going to be some generic advice you've heard before. Instead, I'm going to reveal the exact mistakes that I've identified after analyzing thousands of ad creatives and share with you the proven framework that has helped my clients decrease their CPAs by like 50% in 30 days. So with that being said, let us begin. Okay, so here are the top 5 mistakes that I see. The first one is generic customer targeting. What does that mean? Let me show you an example.
Looking for a natural way to support healthy cholesterol levels? I've got something for you.
So that is what I would call very vague. Like, who are we actually targeting? Yes, people that have high cholesterol, but in what demographic? For what reasons? How do we go one layer deeper that isn't just high cholesterol? This is the same as somebody doing, are you looking to lose weight? Are you like, that could be anybody. Anybody could be looking to lose weight. That could be male, that could be female, they could be at risk of heart disease, or they want to get in a bathing suit, or it's summer. The content itself does the targeting. Therefore, the content needs to be more specific and hyper targeted. The next thing about this video is that it's also very surface level. We just don't really know precisely who we're targeting. Now, let me show you what a good example looks like.
Did you know there's an all-natural way to lower your A1C level? Let me explain.
If you're managing high blood sugar,
is there an all-natural way to lower your A1C level? We've now narrowed down from healthy cholesterol to lower your A1C and managing your blood sugar. That is a lot more targeted because only one specific group of people are worried about that, and those are the people that have diabetes. That's why this one is a lot more hyper-specific, and we're talking a lot about psychographics because they're looking for an all-natural way for it. So we're looking at why these people want to do it. And the next bit following after that is she says,
if you're managing high blood sugar, then you know how hard it is to lose weight.
They're talking about the difficulties in doing so, which really targets the psychographics. Next is following trends. I see so many people, they see a tweet go viral about, hey, this is a new ad format, try this ad format, ChatGPT dropped this, try this ad format, and everybody just starts following these trends blindly. Or they go on Foreplay and they just filter for things that are recent or their favorite brand, and they just copy and paste what a brand that's spending probably thousands per day is doing. And the problem is that it makes sense why certain topics are trending. It cannot beat data-backed concepts. Why would you want to just copy the way something looks from one industry or another rather than creating a concept based on what people are saying in your research? If you find that the main reason people actually get these loop earbuds isn't because they want to have something to sleep, but instead because they want to go to concerts, the concept should be around people going to the concert and maybe doing some kind of test between it, rather than saying, oh, let me take this concept and just fit my ideas into it. Because ultimately, the reason that this concept went viral probably is just because it really fits that brand. It's not because it doesn't come from science. The next one is just weak hooks. I'm just going to give you 2 examples of different hooks for the same product. Look at the one on the left.
I take GHKCU to look younger, and no, this isn't another useless drug. It's what actually keeps your skin looking young.
I would say out of all hooks that I've seen, this is probably one of the worst ones, mainly because it's just too much in your face. I take this thing to look younger. I know it's not another drug. We're kind of insulting the viewer with these kind of hooks, rather than doing something like this.
Think copper peptides are just hype? Well, Brian Johnson noticed rapid hair growth after taking it, and hundreds of studies have shown it to visibly reduce signs of aging. Let's be honest.
So what did she actually do this? She called out something that people are actually thinking, which is, do you think copper peptides are a hype? And then backs it up with proof saying, well, this person who's trying to look younger is using it and is backed by research. So the hook itself, even though it's an informational hook, even though it's more for the people who are product aware or solution aware, it's speaking directly to the viewer and it's not insulting them. And so when you're thinking about your hooks, rather than trying to think, oh, what hooks can I steal from TikTok or what hooks can I steal from my clients, think about what your prospect is actually talking about, actually thinking about, and get hooks from there. Let's say you want to use red light glasses. I probably should be using them because the sun is going down. Let's say I know a little bit about red light glasses, and the reason I want to get them is so I improve my sleep. So there's 2 types of hooks. One is 3 reasons why you should get red light glasses to improve your sleep. 1, it does this, 2. Or you should make a hook, something like, if you're an entrepreneur that is tired of waking up feeling groggy and like they didn't get 8 hours of sleep, then you might want to try these red light glasses. And then you explain the science. It's just that tweak of the angle, that tweak of the wording that really helps you come up with better hooks. Okay, the next one is just a misaligned creative strategy with the buying journey. So most people know about the top of funnel, middle funnel, and bottom of funnel market, which really only means that on the top of the funnel, you are very hook focused, you're very curiosity heavy to get as many people to have a look at your brand. Middle of the funnel is lots of proof, benefit led, is like really telling people about the product and why they should use it. And the bottom is like offers and direct CTA, buy now, try now, etc. However, this is a bit too surface level in my opinion. You need to be looking at this kind of creative strategy, which is looking from unaware down to most aware, where unaware people are least likely to buy and the most aware are the most likely to buy, because people are either one of these stages, which is they either don't know anything about your product or service, maybe they have a problem that they are aware about, maybe they know about the solution to that problem, maybe they know about your product as a solution to that problem, and maybe they know about your product's brand. Let's say they're unaware of comfortable chairs for lower back support. If they're problem aware, is that they have lower back pain. If they're solution aware, is that they can get a cushion, they can get a chair, or they can get a standing desk, or they can get something else, work somewhere else. Product aware is knowing that there are chairs specific for lower back pain, and most aware is that secret lab, for example. I think most brands focus too much on the product aware and most aware. They focus too much on, hey, people know about the product, let's just market to them. Mainly because yes, these guys are more likely to purchase. However, if you focus on the other ones, that's how you grow a brand and how you're able to make scalable ads. And this is why they get stuck only in a pool of people who are, let's call it, ready to buy, rather than educating and bringing people down into this funnel. And so let me just show you an example of what that looks like from least aware manual. One of them has low testosterone. Find out if you do too. So somebody who's probably going to be, they probably don't know a lot about this. However, if you move into solution aware, how TRT services are changing men's lives. This is for people who now know about TRT. And then right at the product aware is like testosterone replacement therapy starts at $299, buy now, etc. And that's the difference. Most people focus too much on these kind of ads, and it doesn't really align with the buyer's journey. Like everyone is at a different stage of purchasing, and you got to treat advertising the same way. People either go to the shopping store ready to buy something, so they are aware and they know they want to get this specific top, or they just are browsing and then they're like, you know what, actually I might get that top, or they just happen to pass a shop and go, hey, what is this? And then they get curious. So you got the same behavior, it comes across also online. And the last one is just neglecting systematic creative testing. Most brands think that you can run a campaign, ad set some ads, and guys, look, we're creative testing. No, Garen, that is not how you do creative testing. You need to be doing what we do, which is weekly tests, anywhere from 6 to 12 ads per week, having a creative scorecard to know which creatives are strong, which ones matched our hypotheses, and which ones didn't, and start to test big ideas, not just minor tweaks, not one video, 5 hooks, instead 5 different concepts, and see which concept is the one that aligns with the most. And to kind of show you the concepts that we look at, it could be something like the bandwagon effect, an industry contrarian, a listicle, whatever. If you guys want to learn how to make concepts like these, click the first link down below and I will show you exactly how to do that with proven examples. And in terms of A/B testing, some people, they do A/B testing so wrong. They change the actor, the hook, and the CTA, and then they compare that with another actor, hook, CTA all at once, and then they don't really know what actually worked. It's just maybe one that did better, but they don't know why. Or they do a whole new audience and a new landing page, and then one does better, but they don't know why. A good A/B test is very simple. It's just a new hook or a shorter edit. You really need to be thinking in terms of hypotheses, like a scientist. That's what we call Epic Ads Lab, is we treat things like a science. And a hypothesis could just look very simply like, okay, what if we position this product as a fun girls' night activity? Will it outperform the general fun painting angles due to the urgency and relatability, right? And we try a different concept and see if it works. And let me show you kind of what that looks like in practice. So here is a brand that we worked with that spent $618K when they worked with us, and then they profited $1.2 million afterwards in a 90-day period. And you can see their ad account was absolutely spending ridiculous amounts of income. And what they used to do was actually do a lot of high production ads, or very classic kind of just direct response, like in your face, get this, because they were working a lot on TV types of videos and types of ads. And so when we came in and we analyzed it, we saw, and like the results weren't terrible. They had scaled some ads, but they were really stuck at the 7K, like the 4Ks, the 6Ks, and not really crossing like 2 or 3x ROAS. And we did a hypothesis, which was, what if instead of these high production, ads, what if we target everyone that thinks air fryers kind of look like trash cans? I mean, I have one and it looks like this like black trash can when you think about it. So this is literally me in my kitchen, and just listen to what I say.
This air fryer will make your kitchen look classier than the standard air fryers on the market. Here's why. It has a French door. If that isn't fancy, I don't know what is. Yeah.
And then this other one that we did.
The popularity of air fryers has skyrocketed recently, but
you want one that has class. This is the Emerald Lagasse French door oven. It has 24 cooking.
One is very organic and looks like a TikTok video. The other one actually has a bit of a mix between the classic style, but the hook itself was outrageous. And you can see that both of them did high ROAS scores, were on target with CPAs, because this was a luxury air fryer brand, and were able to scale. And so what I want to show you is that all it took was coming up with a hypothesis of what if we tried this concept, and we just took a massive swing and just attacked a new concept. Now, creating high converting ads that scale your account is more than just about following trends and making things look pretty. You need the right research, proven testing frameworks, and a data-driven approach that's going to cut CPAs and increase your ROAS. Now, I've spoken to over 52 founders in the last 2 months, and I spent 14 days creating a program for those brands that are spending less than 50K a month to get out of the $100 to $250 a day jail, where you can make your first 25 ad creatives with our proven frameworks, and also access our talent from video editors to UGC creators that you can use. So if you want to join Ad Creators Lab, click the first link in the description down below. However, if you're a DTC brand spending over 50K a month on ads and you're still getting disappointing campaign results, high advertising costs, and ad fatigue, and you want a team to hand off and make hyper targeted ad creative, then click the second link down below, and you can actually check out our case studies. You can see our process, and then if you want a free strategy session where we actually review your ads, then you can click the link to book a call, or do nothing. It's completely up to you. Otherwise, you might want to watch this video to know how to make AI UGC creatives so you can actually quickly, rapidly test some ads. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one.